What I love about music is that it speaks to people all over the world in diverse cultures and situations. It's existed since the beginning of time. We think that perhaps cavemen sang before they actually spoke to each other. And so music is a very interesting and pervasive language that is very helpful for us in today's culture to bridge differences and to bridge continuity between different cultures throughout the world. And so for me, music is something that has a great power to heal and to help and to provide understanding. One of the first challenges that a student who wants to pursue music will have to face is that their parents or their cohorts will say, well, what are you going to do with music? Is there some kind of a career at the end? To which I would say, yes, there will be. It may not be the career you expected. It may not happen exactly when you expect it to happen in your life, but there are lots of opportunities in music to do good work and to do profitable work. I would also say that for a music student, the kind of time and energy they have to put into their studies is substantial compared to a lot of other different programs. I often liken it to being in medical school or law school. There's a lot of work to do that often has to do with your instrument. You need to practice it. It's a skill. It's something that you can't cram. And so music students tend to have a little bit less time than some of their cohorts in other disciplines. And so they need to be able to explain to their friends that what they're doing is healing and bringing light to the world, and that there are very few disciplines who can actually argue that. And that's why they put the amount of time and attention into practicing their instrument and their craft that they do. Also, I think that students don't always get along with students in other disciplines in the sense that people don't understand what musicians do. They think we listen to CDs all day, or we, just sort of play instruments. But there's a lot of other things that go into it. You have to learn skills in playing in an ensemble. You often have to learn skills about teaching, regardless of whether you go into a teaching profession. And you also have to learn a lot of things about music theory and music history that seem very strange to people from the outside. They don't really understand it. So I think what's helpful, what I've found with music students, is to bring other people into their world, invite them to concerts, invite them to the practice room, and to see that what they're doing is really very legitimate, it's very difficult, and it's very interesting. And that helps to make music succeed better in the world when more people understand what it is that musicians really do. Well, there are many musicians who, of course, perform. They perform either in a solo in a restaurant setting where they, maybe get some tips, or they're hired as a jazz musician in a more social setting. They could be playing in symphony orchestras. They could be playing in film orchestras. There are all kinds of opportunities for performing musicians. Most students of music end up teaching, regardless of whether they intend to be teachers in the beginning. A lot of musicians keep their bread and butter through teaching peers or through teaching children out of a private studio. But a lot of music students are also involved in larger institutions like opera companies and symphony orchestras, often that run outreach programs, again, for schools. So there's always a need for people with arts administration experience, and particularly music experience, who understand that. They also, of course, go into the recording industry and all other kinds of fields. But what's interesting to me is that law and medicine are really big destinations for people with music degrees. And the reason is that the dedication to the craft, the amount of time, the attention to detail that music students develop in a 4-year degree makes them absolutely excellent candidates for the corporate world, for, as I say, law or medicine or other diverse fields. Also, musicians are very good performers, so they know how to present themselves. They make wonderful administrators. They make wonderful ambassadors. So I always encourage people, you may not know what music will be doing for you now, but it will be doing something good for you no matter where you want to go with it.